There are 4 neighborhoods here in Northern Virginia where families have been wealthy even before America was a country. Most people think old money just means expensive houses, but these communities trace back to land grants from 1649, and one tiny town of 255 people has a resident worth over $40 billion. Today I'm showing you exactly where they live here in Northern Virginia. Before I show you these impressive areas, this is what most people don't know about the topic. There's a massive difference between old money and just expensive. And understanding this difference will completely change how you look at luxury real estate in our area. So multi-generational wealth preservation is the foundation of old money. We're not talking about someone who made millions in tech and just went out and bought a mansion. This is about families maintaining wealth across 3 or more generations. Historic land ownership is another key factor. Many of these old money families trace their holdings back to colonial land grants. The Northern Neck proprietary grant from 1649 established the foundation for today's wealthy families here in Northern Virginia. An understated lifestyle also sets old money apart from new money. You've heard the saying, money talks, wealth whispers. These families have maintained exclusive circles. They focus on conservative investments approach rather than flashier displays of wealth. Robert King Carter is a good example. He acquired over 300,000 acres and became Virginia's richest man during the colonial period. His descendants and the descendants of families like his still influence Northern Virginia's luxury real estate landscape today. So old money comes with history and culture. These families live in communities that have been prestigious for centuries here in America. Now let's talk about these 4 communities. I'm also going to show you the lifestyle and real estate market so you get the full picture. All right, starting with the Plains, Virginia. It has a population of just 255 people, and I mean, that's tiny. And yet it's home to Virginia's wealthiest resident with a net worth of over $40 billion. Let me tell you why the Plains is where ultra wealthy individuals go when they want privacy and exclusivity. Wealth concentration in this tiny town is unreal. The Plains were established in 1831, and the per capita income is around $56,000, significantly above state and national average, but those numbers don't tell the whole story. Great Meadows serves as a centerpiece of this place. The 380-acre event center hosts the Virginia Gold Cup steeplechase and one of the most prestigious equestrian events in the country. Historical figure Arthur Nick Arundel founded the Great Meadows. Do you like Mars candy? Well, Jacqueline Mars lives at a 200-acre farm here in the Plains at Stonehill Farm. Her net worth sits at around $42.6 billion, making her one of the richest people in all of the world. Mars has protected over 400 acres of land through conservation easements here in Virginia. So this area has ultimate privacy for ultra high-end worth people who value discretion, because one of the funny things is if you go over to the Plains, and I've been there a bunch of times, my office is actually not too far from there. Tiny little town, really cute and charming. And actually shout out to the Plains Auto Garage. They were the only people that I could find that worked on my 89 Jeep Grand Wagoneer, but it's pretty cool. You can be walking around there just having lunch and you'll see Robert Duvall, not as much anymore, but he would be walking around. There's a lot of celebrities that live out over there and kind of hang out at their horse properties. Really charming town. Go out there for lunch for sure, but the real estate market there shows exclusivity. The Plains home average sales price is around $931,000 with a median sold price of around $820,000 as of May 2025. But here's the catch. There's only 24 homes for sale in the Plains right now. Marshall, the nearby community, shows a median home price of $740,000, up 10% year over year. Equestrian properties in the Plains cost around $19,000 an acre. That may sound like a little bit cheaper because we know data center land can go around for $1 million an acre. Out there, you can't really build much because most of the land has been put in conservation easement, so for tax benefit records for the ultra wealthy. So keep that in mind. But you go around there, that is definitely the ultra rich horse country of the United States. And dining and lifestyle reflect the understated luxury as well. I'll tell you, a really good restaurant there is going to be the Rail Stop restaurant. It's renowned for on-site breads, pastas, desserts, and there's another great Italian restaurant there as well. They're really high quality focused, higher end dining options over in the Plains. There's also a cute little ice cream shop if you ever go drive by there and check it out. But keep in mind, this place is ultra small. All right, very quickly, let me tell you something about YouTube. If you're this far along in my video, YouTube still has no idea if you're actually enjoying this. So can you hit the subscribe button and hit that like button for me? Also, comment below where you are watching from. We're having about 50,000 people a week watch this YouTube channel. So I'd love to comment below where you guys are watching from. And definitely hit that subscribe button. In one of my next videos, I'm going to talk about how all the neighborhoods here are blowing up and how Northern Virginia is the next Silicon Valley. Well, let's keep talking about old money here in Northern Virginia. Okay, now you guys probably know the next area I'm going to talk about. This isn't where just old money hides, and let me take you where equestrian tradition meets generational estates. Founded in 1787, Middleburg became Virginia's equestrian capital after 1904, but the families who established this tradition are still here today, still maintaining the same estate, still preserving the same values. This community is absolutely phenomenal. Let me tell you why. So generational estate ownership defines Middleburg. I mean, Welburn Estate has been owned by 7 generations of the Delaney family since 1812. We're talking about continuous family ownership spanning over 200 years, with architectural evolution from 1812 through the 1870s. There's a equestrian heritage here run deep. The Piedmont Foxhounds has been operating since 1840, and the Middleburg Hunt continues traditions that go back centuries. Conservation easements preserve generational land holdings throughout the areas. Families maintain 100+ acres estates across multiple generations. Conservation of land is a big deal around here. If you drive through Middleburg, really beautiful town, you're going to see tons of horse property. There's actually one property there that's a horse property with an actual golf course on it, and you can kind of see it from far back on the road if you go between like Middleburg and Hume, Virginia. But most of the properties there are going to be in large easements, and they're going to be owned by families that have had them for a long time. We're talking thousands of acres worth multi-millions of dollars. So current market conditions show a median list price of only around $2.4 million in May 2025, up 70% over the previous year. Now, you know, not a lot of properties sell in Middleburg. It's not really a huge area. 3-bedroom homes average around 1.2 million, while 4-bedroom properties are around 2.5 million. These properties feature custom-built estates on expansive acreage with Blue Ridge mountain views, and of course all kinds of horse amenities as well. Equestrian properties in Middleburg average around $2 million, premium price for premium infrastructure. Luxury amenities include Salamander Middleburg. If you guys have not seen the Salamander Resort, that place is absolutely beautiful. It's built by Sheila Johnson, but you drive back in there and it's like something out of like the Hamptons or a movie. But you can see these beautiful new estate homes they are building. It's nothing like I've ever seen in Virginia before. I think those things by themselves go for a couple $1 million. And of course, you're part of the resort, and the resort itself there has all kinds of different horse facilities as well. But that place is absolutely beautiful. And that's a Forbes 5-star resort with a 14,000 square foot equestrian center and 22 stalls. Then over a dozen vineyards sit within 20 miles, like the Red Fox Inn and Tavern. That's one of America's oldest continuously operating inns. Remember Jacqueline Mars? Well, she has a connection to Middleburg as well. She's a leader of the National Sporting Library and Museum, which serves as an amenity for the community. One of those museums there has got the most beautiful statue of a horse that won the Kentucky Derby. We've gotten plenty of pictures around that, even just going around Middleburg for the day. And that was actually ranked by I think it was like Hallmark or Southern Living magazine as America's best #1 Christmas town. Around Christmas, they go crazy. They have a really popular parade, which people drive hours away from, but tons of generational wealth there in Middleburg. But if you want to see where this all started, we need to go back to our colonial foundations. Now let's talk about where America's first fortunes were actually made. Right here in Virginia in 1749, Alexandria was one of America's 10 busiest ports. The families who controlled that trade built empires, and that still exists today. And here you'll see some of the most valuable real estate in all of northern Virginia, and of course all of the United States. Let's talk a little bit about the history. Colonial port significance established Alexandria as a center of wealth accumulation. Alexandria became a major colonial port where fortunes were made in tobacco shipping and trade. The families who controlled this commerce laid the foundation for old money. Fits well with the name of the area. The Lee family influence shaped Alexandria's developments. Over 30 members of the influential Lee family lived in Alexandria during the 19th century. Their ranks included statesmen, generals, patriots, civic leaders, and rich landowners. All right, now we gotta talk about the real estate market in Old Town Alexandria. You guys know that's ultra expensive. Old Town Alexandria, I think, was like the street there was named the most beautiful street in all of America. That place is absolutely beautiful, and you can tell by looking and walking around there, some of the real estate is ultra expensive. The current market shows a median list price of $1.3 million in May 2025. That's up 44% from the previous month. 3-bedroom homes average $1.8 million, while luxury properties each go above $9 million. Yeah, I said that right, $9 million. These properties have 18th and 19th century colonial architecture with cobblestone streets. Waterfront district amenities include 200 independent restaurants and boutiques. Not only that, you've got sightseeing tours and a taxi service that can go up to city cruises. So you can go into DC, National Harbor. You'll see those yellow city cruise taxis out front waterfront on the water, and King Street Mile was designated America's one of great treats with walkable access to shops, restaurants, and museums. That place is really cool. Go there on the weekend, check it out. People walking everywhere, but absolutely beautiful. The historic district contains literally irreplaceable architectural heritage that contributes to the property values. Absolutely beautiful. If you guys never been to Old Town Alexandria, that's a huge tourist area. Go check that out. But the most recognizable and affluent community in Northern Virginia is still to come. All right, now let's talk about McLean, Virginia, a place everyone thinks of when they imagine luxury and Nova. They call it like the Beverly Hills of the East Coast, but McLean isn't just expensive. It's where historical families and modern dynasties have built legacies, and these span from colonial times to elite powerhouses. The median income in McLean is around $250,000, making it one of the nation's wealthiest communities. The average home price sits at $1.4 million, but luxury estates can reach up to $25.5 million. That's absolutely insane. Historic mansions with deep connections define the community. We're talking about properties like Marywood Estates, built in 1919, and Jackie Kennedy's childhood home. Then there's Hickory Hill, an 1870 mansion that was home to the Supreme Court Justice Robert H. Jackson, later became the residence of JFK and RFK. The most impressive recent sale has to be the Falls Estate, originally built by AOL co-founder Jim Kimsey. This property was listed for $63 million and sold for $45 million, becoming one of the most expensive home sales ever in the DMV region. Let's talk about real estate and lifestyle in McLean. Current market trend here shows median list prices hitting $1.9 million in May of 2025. 5-bedroom luxury homes averaging $2.9 million. These properties feature elegant estates on huge lots with professional landscaping and tree-lined streets. Man, that place is absolutely beautiful. I've done a couple videos with luxury builders in there, and some of these new homes can go to $5 to $6 million. They've got spas and golf simulators, pretty much anything and everything that you could imagine. Outdoor living, like up to the nines for sure. Luxury trends for 2025 include crazy designs, advanced smart home systems, and sustainable luxury features. Community amenities definitely support this high-end lifestyle. McLean Community Center is celebrating its 50th anniversary in 2025, offering family programs and performing arts at Alden Theater. Spring Hill Recreation Center provides fitness facilities, pools, and sports complexes. Plus, you have Great Falls Park with the crazy waterfalls with all the rain we're getting right now, and then Potomac River access for extensive outdoor recreation. And then, of course, you're super close to Washington, D.C., the Kennedy Center. I mean, that's a prime real estate location, pretty much in the DMV, but all of the United States. Before we wrap up, drop a comment, tell me which one of these communities has impressed you the most. I'd love to know which one of these communities you'd pick if you had unlimited access to the old money we talked about today. I probably would pick Middleburg or the Plains. I really love the Plains. I think I'm going for like a 200-acre horse farm. Which community do you guys like the best? So there you have it. These 4 communities represent different aspects of generational wealth. The Plains gives ultimate privacy for billionaire families. Middleburg preserves equestrian traditions spanning centuries. Then Alexandria maintains that colonial foundations where America's fortunes were first built. And McLean has the incredible mix of rich historical wealth and modern real estate trends. Look, I absolutely love making videos and content about Northern Virginia real estate, but what I even love more is helping people buy and sell homes here in the DMV. Obviously, I got my hat on. We're the Colgan team. We have over 20 agents, and I've sold thousands of homes, mostly from this YouTube channel. We'd love to meet with you, do a Zoom, talk about your home buying needs. You can tell we obviously know the market here. So if you're relocating to Nova or DC or selling in the area, you need someone who knows it well. And I was born and raised here. I've lived here my whole life. How many people have you ever met from Northern Virginia? I guarantee not very many, right? And I've been in the real estate market here for 20 years and close to nearly $1 billion in real estate. Like I said, in my Instagram at Chris Colgan Team, we get anywhere from around 12 to 14 million viewers a month. So if you're thinking about selling, we can get your house in front of 12 to 14 million viewers. Also, by the way, if you're looking to buy, I know of some great properties for sale that are really good deals. Email me info@colganteam.com, info@colganteam.com, or text me at the number below. Next, watch this video where I actually literally take you on the tour of what I think is Northern Virginia's next big tech boom area. So definitely watch that video. And guys, you better hit that subscribe button.